When you feel into, what's the biggest block in your way in your business right now? What's the thing that's been really holding you back?
The fear that I'm going to fail.
The fear of failure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to work.
Okay. And so when this story comes up, how do you relate to it? Do you believe it unconsciously? Do you try to work harder? Do you give up? Like, what's your relationship with this block?
I'd give up.
Okay, so you hear it and then you just give up. Like, I don't even want to try.
Today. Yeah, stop for today.
Okay.
Because you know it's not going to work.
Uh-huh.
So what's the point in doing the work when you know you're going to fail anyway?
Yeah.
So I believe that it's true. So I'll get to a point and then it'll come up. Oh, you know, there's no point in even doing another post, or don't bother ringing them because they're not going to want you anyway, so you're going to fail. Just give up now.
Okay. So then you'll hear it and then you'll just buy into it and give up.
Yeah.
And so is there a specific situation in your business where this has come up, something grounded that we can work with?
Yeah. So for the past, I've been working on getting myself out there, approaching businesses. I want to go in and do workshops. So I've been connecting with yoga studios because I think my ideal clients would be hanging out there and I can serve them and help them to do that.
Yeah.
So generating emails. I've been to all the yoga studios. So
Okay.
I've tested them out, seen if I like the experience, what the studio's like, and then I've called and then sent a follow-up email.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got an email back from one of them saying it's not what we're looking for right now.
Yeah.
And then I've stopped. I've not approached anymore.
Okay. So then you'll shut down and just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if we give voice to knowing that life is sort of mirroring what's happening inside?
Yeah.
If we give voice to the part that that doesn't think you can do it,
Yeah.
that wants to give up, that's like, there's nothing special about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
How do you hear that inside of yourself?
You fail at everything. Oh.
Surprised by that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do fail at everything.
You fail at everything.
Yeah.
Is that familiar, that voice?
I feel like it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that I'm...
Yeah, up here, you know that.
Yeah, logical. It's like my logical brain steps in.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, you do fail.
Mm.
You've always failed. So there's no point trying anymore.
Mm.
And I think I'm trying to rationalise with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Rationalizing with it's not going to help.
Okay.
But if we just give it space to go a little bit deeper and just speak from the part that's like, yeah, you fail at everything. I know it's not a comfortable experience, but if we can just open to that fully just for a moment.
Yeah.
How do you hear that? Is there anything that's familiar about that?
I feel like it was fed to me. Like maybe it's not mine. That you need to give up.
Mm.
I don't know, it's like you'll fail, but then I feel like people told me that I'd fail.
Mm.
Don't try that. You know it won't work anyway.
Mm.
And it's almost like it hits me in my stomach when I want to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of trying to, I go back up here.
Okay. Okay.
Because here I can...
You can sort of move beyond it.
Yeah.
So what if for a moment we just actually drop into your stomach and open to and feel that unintegrated sensation in the stomach? Because maybe that's all it was looking for.
Okay.
So just presencing whatever energy is in the stomach.
Makes me feel sick.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And just giving it infinite space, whatever the feeling is that comes with it. Whatever the stories that comes with it, just feeling into that sensation directly.
It's sad.
Okay, what's the sadness say?
Like tears that I can't seem to attach to emotionally, but it's like, it's sad that it does fail.
Mm.
I'm sad that it feels like that.
Mm-hmm. So but if you're sad, it feels like that. If we drop into the sadness,
Yeah.
what does that say? What does that actually feel like fully?
Actually feels like lighter here. it's not even there anymore. It's like
Mm-hmm.
almost like I can feel the energy moving from it,
Mm-hmm.
from where it's always been
Mm-hmm.
that sad for failing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like lighter here now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like tingles down my legs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let that happen fully. Just let that energy move however it wants to have permission and freedom to move throughout your body. Just breathing. What do you notice? What's that like?
Light.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need it.
Yeah. Ironically, you were pushing it away. You were staying up here mentally, talking about it, thinking about it. And when we just dropped into it, when we allowed it fully, it starts to dissipate. It starts to integrate into your nervous system and you feel light.
I feel like it's given me energy, like something's moved inside of me.
Mm-hmm. And how does that feel in your body?
Almost like I want to skip.
Freedom, lightness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it feels like something's just been lifted off my back as well. Like it's the heaviness is just, it's not there.
Yeah. So what thoughts come with this new sensation and feeling?
Just joy
Yeah.
and happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't fail.
So how do you see the one that is afraid to fail from this point of view, from this perspective?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything about you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Yeah.
That's what you thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I think
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Yeah. The empowered one.
Yeah.
The empowered one.
Yeah.
So we can let go of any of those misunderstandings around the fear of failing. It's like just an innocent misunderstanding, a future projection that hasn't happened.
Mm.
That doesn't mean anything about you.
No.
And you can come back to this empowered place. And what do you do in your business from this point of view, from this place?
Never stop. No matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's never going to fail. Just keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to do it.
Staying true to the deeper calling.
Yeah.
And so what happens if that story comes up and says, we're going to fail? Well, before we even go there, it's like, I always fail. Laughing, right?
Yeah.
Kind of hilarious. I always fail.
I know, when you say that back, I'm
Always
like,
fail.
always?
Mhm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Good, you can see it from this point of view.
Yeah.
So how do you go back to that one where you're identified or believing it so that you can remind it, open it to what's actually true?
I always want to kick it. It was stupid. You're not a failure. Like, almost like I'm beating myself up for now thinking like that.
Yeah.
Overcoming from a nurturing perspective. It's like, you are not a failure.
Yeah.
You are not.
So
It's just, I don't know.
yeah. So that's like that would be more like a tough love kind of situation.
Yeah.
I think that can be helpful. That kind of energy can be helpful at some point. But if it's feeling like a failure, you're not going to kick it, right? I don't think that's going to work out very well. And so what would be another way? Could you nurture that one? Could you bring questioning into, you feel like you always fail, huh?
I want to laugh when I feel like I would say that, like, always fail. You don't always fail.
Yeah.
Like, scoop you up. It's okay.
Scoop you up.
You don't always fail.
Yeah.
Like, almost like I just want to
Yeah.
hug it.
Yeah. Well, I would encourage you to test that out, to see what happens when you actually embrace it, to hug it, but hear it, to be like, oh, I hear you feel like you're going to fail. I've got you.
Okay.
We're good.
Yeah.
It's okay to be scared. You don't need to be any different than the way you are. Because you're coming from this empowered place. But if the part comes up, it's like, oh, it's okay to be scared. As you're taking steps in your business.
Yeah.
Initiating what you want to create.
And then I still take action from that place.
That's right.
Okay.
But you keep coming back to, now you have a reference point in your body for what it feels like to be in your power.
Yeah.
To see the absurdity of this misunderstanding and the innocence in it too.
Yeah.
So to really allow it, but to be compassionate with it and to take dominion over that pattern.
That feels good.
Yeah. So let's just play with this for the next, few days of actually having a practice of being compassionate with this pattern that just is scared as you take steps towards initiating things in your business and really going for what you want to create.
Yeah.
You're willing to try that out, see if that's actually more effective and feels better.
Yeah. Okay. I've got some things I'm going to be doing over the next few days as well, so I can really test it out.
Good. This is a good time to reprogram some of these things. To really just come back to your embodied truth and your knowing.
Yeah.
Like, I've got this. I can do this. My experience is, rather than kicking it, really nurturing it, embracing it, welcoming it.
Do you think that's the masculine as well?
That's the masculine is like, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to do it, which is fascinating and powerful.
Well.
Yeah, the achiever. I get that. And that's beautiful to have that way of masculine energy developed within you. Mm-hmm. We're at a time where we're also developing our feminine ways, which is also about allowing it to happen. It's about receiving. It's about feeling our magnitude, like the magnetism of things, like that vibrancy and aliveness that attracts clients versus creating clients, the masculine.
Yeah.
So we need both developed within us so that we can just tend to what's most helpful in the moment. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to inner work, a lot of the time it's about the feminine. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the masculine can really obviously help with the outer work.
Yeah.
Creating clients, but it's also the feminine is also helpful with attracting clients and feeling that vibrancy, and people feel that more than
energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're learning, as I think as a society, really to integrate our masculine and feminine in a really healthy way.
Yeah.
And so we first get to start within ourselves. When is it helpful to be more in our feminine? So this doing and being, balancing these, and that our doing can support our being and not diminish it. And so you get to play out with these parts of you in your business. How does it actually work and what feels most alive and true? And then you can support your clients in playing within these aspects within themselves so that it is more integrated and sustainable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can really still feel your vibrancy while you're showing up powerfully in the world and in your business.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's so good.
I love the being with the feminine and the doing, like you said, the creating from that masculine side.
That's right.
And really supporting both, because I've been so much of a push.
Yeah.
You've got to get there, goals driven, and it's like, okay, you need to step in to allow the energy
as well.
Just be, and that energy vibrates, and I feel that when I'm in that space, because I feel like I'm probably doing this. Yeah. A little bit of a dance, which is much more over here of a dance at the minute, and I want to bring it in, but when I'm dancing this way, it's almost like I feel that attracting around me, and then I'm welcoming in those people into my life. So just to find that happy place.
You'll see how it feels good to you in your business, but you can still be feminine and doing. The lead by listening. So when I'm stuck in my business and I don't have clarity on something, I'll just stop and listen. And I'm awake to my intuition, to what drops in. Mm-hmm. And I'm learning to trust that more and more. Yeah. And then follow that inspiration and that guidance. Doors unfold and things synchronistically unfold in ways that I couldn't have pushed to make happen. Only from here. Mm-hmm. It's like you can use the mind, but there's also something beyond the mind.
More powerful.
That's more powerful and it supports our business.
Mm-hmm.
So staying connected and rooted to that within us.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, and it's electric.
Yeah.
And it nourishes us as we're doing, so we're not depleted by the doing.
Yeah. And I think that's to a certain extent when I was talking about like the giving up maybe is because I'm push over nurturing
and
energy.
Embracing that part of you. Because then we even push that part and kick it away and then it feels beat up. We're like, why do I feel so tired and I want to stop? Versus just like, oh, it's okay to feel that way. I've got you.
Yeah.
you don't have to be any different than the way you are. That's all it was looking for. It's just our own loving embrace. And it gives ourselves that missing experience that we didn't have when we were younger, and it integrates into our nervous system, and we feel more empowered, more whole, and more consistent in our actions because of it.
Yeah.
It's a more sustainable way to run your business. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.